Can you imagine paying no taxes on your Airbnb profits? I'm not a CPA. You should definitely consult with a CPA. This is not financial advice or investing advice or tax advice. However, I have been an entrepreneur now for 16, almost 17 years, and I've been working very closely with some of the highest level, most experienced, most credible CPAs in the country and attorneys. And there's a lot that I've learned and have implemented into my business where I legally pay no taxes on the federal side by following exactly what the tax code allows me to do. And in this video, I'm going to break down some of the tax code and some of the many deductions and write-offs that you have the ability to take advantage of if you are an entrepreneur and a real estate investor who specifically invests in short-term rentals. So if you're ready, let's jump right in. The first thing I want to go over, let's say you are implementing Airbnb arbitrage, and then I'll go over the purchasing side in a second. So if you're implementing the Airbnb arbitrage strategy, typically you're going to incur some costs in starting your business. For example, you're going to pay for furniture, appliances, decor, supplies, photography. You might pay someone to help you assemble the furniture and appliances or mount TVs. You're going to need to pay someone to do a deep cleaning or photography. Guess what? All of those expenses I just mentioned, they are an expense, a business deduction. Whether or not you have an LLC or corporation, it doesn't matter. It could just be you as a sole proprietor doing business under your name, under your social security, and you still have the ability to take advantage of all these write-offs and deductions. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you have a phone that you use to communicate with your guest on the Airbnb app? Well, guess what? If you use your phone for business purposes, which as an Airbnb host we do, your phone bill is now a tax deduction. Buying that iPhone or Android, hopefully you guys all have iPhones here because Androids are just weird. Anyways, that's for another video. Guess what? Buying that iPhone, that hopefully it's an iPhone, it's going to be a tax deduction because you are buying something that is ordinary and necessary for your business. Another question for you. Do you drive a vehicle to your properties? Does that vehicle weigh 6,000 pounds or more? Because if you use that vehicle for business, more than 50% of the time for business, and it weighs 6,000 pounds or more gross weight, then you can accelerate the depreciation in year one. In 2024, that depreciation is 60%. So let's use easy numbers. If you were buying a vehicle for $100,000, you could depreciate $60,000 in the first year. If you were buying a vehicle for $50,000, you can depreciate $30,000 in the first year. So you can use that to offset the profits from this business or any business. Again, this is called Code Section 179 bonus depreciation. Again, I'm not a CPA. Make sure you consult with your tax and legal counsel professionals. I'm just sharing what I've been able to implement over the years. Another question, do you and your business partners, do you go on dinners and you are discussing strategies on starting, growing, scaling your business? Because if so, those meals may also be a deduction. Now, what if you have an office inside of your home that you live in? Can you use that square footage that your office is used for as an expense? Yes, you are allowed to use an office as an expense within your home. So the beautiful thing, and I'm going to go over more of these strategies, but the beautiful thing here, the big picture, the 300-foot level is that when you are an entrepreneur, you have the ability to spend your money and only pay taxes on what's left. When you're an employee, let's say you make $100,000 as an employee, you get taxed 30 to 40 something percent, federal, state, social security, Medicare. Before you get your money, Uncle Sam takes their portion out of every paycheck and you get no write-offs, no deductions, and no tax incentives. Let's say you have that same job, but now you also have an Airbnb business. Anything that is ordinary and necessary for your business, you can spend that money to lower or completely eliminate your tax burden. It is really important that you accurate records of your expenses. For example, if you do go to dinner with your business partner, make sure you write down on the back of the receipt who was there, what did you talk about? So for example, me and my wife own our business together. So when we go to dinner and we're talking about business, back of the receipt, I'll put my name, my wife's name, and we were talking about property address, XYZ, on how to lower our expenses and how to boost the revenue, how to optimize our pricing. Now I can take a picture of that, send it to my assistant. She'll upload it to the cloud. Now we have proof. So when we look back 8 months from now, we will know exactly how that dinner was a tax deduction. It was ordinary and necessary. Now, on the ownership side, you have even more deductions than just on the arbitrage side. And this is actually my favorite deduction overall. When you own property and use it for short-term rentals and the stays are 7 days or less, you can implement something called cost segregation and bonus depreciation, which allows you to accelerate the depreciation in year one on that property. And the beautiful thing is you can use it to offset the profits from the Airbnb business or from any other business. So bonus depreciation and cost segregation can again drastically lower or eliminate your federal tax return. And that, my friend, is how you can legally pay no taxes or drastically lower your taxes, is by understanding the tax code, having a real estate CPA that understands everything I covered in this video. If you ask your CPA information that I just covered and they're like, oh yeah, I don't think you could do that, or they say that's illegal, you, my friend, need a new CPA. Get yourself a real estate CPA that understands real estate and business. Otherwise, it may be costing you money. If you want to learn more, you're going to find some links down below to learn about my Airbnb Academy. We teach you not just how to make the money, but how to keep the money through tax strategies and how to protect your wealth through legal strategies as well. As always, if you have questions, comment down below. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, where I post content every single day. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.